Hi guys, I'm here today with Christian from Generations Farm. I held my first clubhouse group meeting, and Christian actually happened to be in the room. And as we were talking, I found out that even though we have people across the nation, people in other countries in these group chats, Christian lives like right next door. And as we started to talk, he started to tell me about his house, his horse business, and so many other things that were just fascinating. And I wanted him to share his story with you. So, Christian, would you mind just introducing yourself, telling us a little bit about you and your business?
So my name is Christian Cook. I am 17 right here locally, like you said, right next door in Pittsburgh, North Carolina. Our big horse industry, our horse farm was created with father. He started it all with two big stallions by the name of Demon Deacon, and by started the whole thing. And when I was born, I started to believe, when I started coming around, that the horses was all
Christian,
grew to love it. I found my passion, and the passion part of it came more and more to where I made it into a business ordeal now, to have a business and a passion put together.
wow, wow. And so, do you find that walking in your passion is just making your life more fulfilling, more, more exciting, since this is something that you've done for some time?
I think the excitement grows every day. It's just across when I started when I was 6. I think the excitement is each day, because as the old saying goes, if you really truly love your passion, you're not working a day in your life.
Yeah.
And the thing about that is that I see every day a new excitement, a new adventure with a client, from a call to talking a new horse, to having a client look at a new horse that wants me to be. I like the roadblocks. I like having the horses we have to look at sale, because I pick them up and make sure that horse is fitting my client's needs. And that's just every day I find new excitement, even though the same horses are in my barn. I find new growing of each horse, of seeing how they've learned from the day before.
Wow. Wow. I hear the passion. And you know what, guys, the interesting thing is Christian was having the most difficult time with the Wi-Fi and getting this all together. And he's like, look, even if it's spotty, I still want to do it because I have a story to tell. And so I'm really excited and grateful that despite some of those technical issues, you are moving forward and you are sharing your story with us. So I understand since 6, you've had this passion. You were telling me about partnering your horses with people who want to buy them. So how far are your customers? Are they like local in North Carolina, or are they elsewhere?
We've gone, our basis is starting was North Carolina. We had a lot of people that with us for 30 plus years, and have gone to new clients that have originated off of a post, or I've went to many of shows, and it showed the true passion and the true talent that I had with one single horse. One horse was a really lovable mare that I loved by the name of Monet AF. She was the first true passion horse that I ever showed. And she brought a lot of new, I started my career with that mare. And that mare brought careers to now where I know people that are at the top of their game by a good friend of mine. And he has taught me so much, and I've been honored to be under some of the greatest train across America and then learn. And now I am at my farm in Pittsburgh, as we've said, and my client base goes all the way from Sydney, Australia, to Belgium, to the UK, to Europe, to Dubai, to Austria. I mean, we have a...
Wow. You're saying even Dubai? So how do you get, if you have clients in the UK and you have clients in Dubai and you have clients in the US. I mean, I get the US, you can probably use, I guess, a trailer to get them someplace in the US. I don't know, but how would you get them overseas? I mean, is that a boat? Is that a ship?
So that's it's a ton of processing. So if any client from overseas buys one of our horses or a client horse, or if I'm in on a sale with another trainer that helps selling the horse, what we do is if the client buys it, it goes into a 30 to 90 day quarantine in a USDA quarantine facility in New York, Miami, or Texas, or California. And they sit there for 90 days, get tested and made sure by Europe standards or whatever their nation is, their health screening is done. And then once they're approved and they've done their quarantine time, they are designated something called horse broker for us, is our term for it. And they make a flight for us. And basically, they'll get loaded up in cargo. It's almost like a big cargo box, like you see on the freight train, the freight ships. Mm-hmm. But they go onto the plane and they actually get to a destination we want to think or possibly ship to.
Wow. Wow. And so when they're on the plane, right, you said how many hours will it take maybe to go overseas? I mean, do they have to stop in between, or do they take direct flights to their destination?
It's straight direct. It's direct, no stops. Unless if it's somewhere in Europe, usually they'll go to Belgium and then the rest from Belgium, do their quarantine in Belgium, and then out from Belgium across Europe, wherever they need to go.
Wow, seems like a pretty extensive process, you know, between getting them ready, the vaccinations and shipping them and etc. Have there ever been any hiccups along the way for the process, or any hiccups for yourself with regards to horsing and raising horses? And I hear your passion, but has there ever been a time when you're like, maybe not, or anything that slowed you down?
Oh, yeah. There's been many times. I mean, we had one instance that I was trying to sell. Party was not really interested middle way through this process, and they were just like, he's really great, he's but we're not suitable at this side because of where he's located, or maybe the price, their ball, what they want horse to be. And I mean, I've had people turn down horses because one of the people was looking was in Arizona, and just shipped on him. And at that point, I'm like, do I really want to be in this? Do I really want to deal with the hassle of having everybody think about the value and the hopes and all the anticipation and the anxiety through it? Or do I want to maybe find another other ways to put my passion into? And then at that point, I had a really good buddy of mine named Austin Boggs into my team, and he really loved this gelding ever since I ever put him on the market, or still continuing to show him. He had a love for this horse. Mm-hmm. And lo and behold, 2 days my birthday, before I turned 16 years old, he had called me and said, hey, here's our offer, here's what we want, and we'll ship him to Minnesota. I said, that's the deal. I said, let's sign the paperwork and get the deal done.
So that's a great birthday gift, right?
I mean, it's a lot of hard times, and I say this for people that sometimes it's not for the faint of heart sometimes, because a lot of trials and tribulations to this.
So give me an example of a trial and tribulation. Has anything ever physically happened to you, or you or your family? Like, has it been, because I know farming and raising animals can be a very physically engaging or physically demanding field, right?
Yeah. Well, I mean, a couple incidents I had from a horse injury became a horse injury, because later down the road, my knee I was lunging a horse, and I guess I still to this day never have figured out what happened. I stepped and the horse pulled one way and I basically went the other way. When the horse of the bus did on me, my knee basically fully dislocated from my from where the location it was.
Oh, so you were doing this while riding the horse?
And then, no, we were lunging. So basically on the ground, and we had a big lunge line without anywhere from 20 to even from 6 to 12, even to 20 feet long lunge lines so the horse can exercise. There's many types of exercise horse. And this time, this mare was getting exercise on the lunge line, as we call it. And I guess we just never did it. And lo and behold, I had pulled my hamstrings away from my kneecap. I had pulled my capsule away, all of my MCLs, all my tendons, and broke my fibular bone, my tibular bone. That is basically kind of your shin bone. I had to have an extensive 2.5, 3 hour surgery to have everything refixed and everything, and 10%. They told me in the office that before the surgery that I have a 20% chance of going back in my field that I love.
Mm. But your love and your passion surpassed that, you know, that fear, that traumatic experience.
And truly, and I don't know everybody's belief, but it's truly a thing that I believe that it was God's placement of where it was supposed to be, and that He really showed me where that if I really truly believed in Him and He gave me truths like this, that I was able to get through about anything. I mean, I basically had to reteach myself to walk. I lost all the muscle off my right leg because that's where my injury was, my leg. Lost a ton of muscling off. I had to reteach myself to run and basically walk again. And then it was actually fun. A half later, when they cleared me from therapy and cleared me to start running again, I started really working hard, going to gyms and working out and my knee. And we went to a show in Lexington, Virginia, actually. And it was actually my mother's birthday. I can remember this because it was on my mom's birthday. 3 horses in the show ring, year and a half later up of my injury, and came out two regional champions.
What? Wait, 2?
2. Yep, we had 2 regional champions, and it was both on my mom's birthday. So it was a really good birthday. It was nothing priced there. It was a free gift that I could be able to run again, and I had the full motion that I had where I got now.
Amazing. Yeah. Determination just gets you through, and passion and drive. And you knew exactly what was important to you with regards to the horses. And there's something about birthdays, between your birthday and someone buying the horse and your mom's birthday and you winning
You
2.
say the birthdays are the good lucks.
Yes. Well, look, see if you can rub something off, because my birthday, well, no, my birthday's in October, but that's okay. I can take it and bank it until October. I can keep it around.
Well, here's the thing. Our U.S. National Show is in October.
Wow. And where is that?
Yeah. Tulsa, Oklahoma.
Oklahoma. Okay. I've never been, but I've heard great things about Oklahoma. So
it's a lot of fun.
Let me ask you something. How can the listeners of this recording help you grow your business or support you in any kind of way? Because once again, I mean, you are a champion, you are a hero, you have an and then story. You know, you went through a lot and then you overcame it because of your passion, your drive. And that's what I really hope for people to hear, is that even though life throws stuff at us, you know, we all have those moments that are testing or trying. Even though life throws stuff at us, if you continue to push, if you continue to believe, in your passion, your purpose, and just your impact, then you can overcome a lot more than you think you can. So now that you've overcome, how can we support you as a hero and somebody that we really and truly admire. Your journey, your story, your commitment, your tenacity.
I guess you can help out. It's getting basically Facebook page and Instagram, and by going there and just following our post and getting it out to people, maybe somebody that's listening is maybe never heard of the horse industry, never heard about horse showing. I mean, just getting the word out that there's such a thing, and a great value and a great value friends, family friend deal that people can be involved in. It doesn't have to be. I mean, the prices are really high. I'm not going to lie to you in this industry. There's some good horses at a low value rate. And I mean, I would love to get just more people into the industry and to learn about it and to just know that some of these farms that you see out in North Carolina, Virginia, Alabama, Texas, and maybe in Arizona, that these people, I mean, during COVID, I mean, they're dealing with clientele, and us as trainers, we're having to deal and help them deal with their marketing, making their horse show or something. So, I mean, the biggest thing I would say is just help us promote our page, and, or if you're interested, just get in contact with me.
Okay. So what you will do is, what you can do, if you don't mind, is just share your page, and I'll put it in the description. But share your page, share your contact information, and definitely. And can we click like on your page? Can we click like on your Facebook page?
Yep. So on Facebook, it's called Generations Farm, and you can like it on there. And my email and my number on that page. So if you have any questions or you want to learn about it or anything like that, you can always get in contact with me that way, or find me on Facebook as Christian Cook, as I mentioned my name is. Or you can go to my social media on Instagram and follow it at Gen Farm. And just basically my friend of mine that's doing the social media aspect for me. And we've done a lot of posting there. And basically we do like Mayor Mondays, Styling Tuesdays. We do little contests throughout the week to let people know what we have.
Okay. Excellent. Excellent. Well, I will definitely share your information. And once again, thank you for your passion, commitment, and just being a role model, an example for a lot of people who are going through tough times right now. You know, people really need to hear positive endings and opportunities. Is much needed. So once again, this is Kelly, KJ, with I'm sorry.
No, you're right, and it's a great deal. And even with COVID, I mean, COVID brought a lot down with the shows and how we can only have our extended family or clientele in, and it's been hard. But I tell you, one thing is, it's just hoping that you're happy no matter what, and in whatever industry these people are in. It's just, if you can find the passion and love for it, it will get you through anything.
Yes. Excellent. Well, like I said, you are a great role model and a great example of what can happen if you believe and you stick to it. So is there anything else that I may have missed that you would really like to tell our audience?
Maybe that I've had a lot of health scares in my life. I had 23 surgeries to date to this year. I've had 23 surgeries, and I've all those surgeries. I was born deaf, and I could hear later on in my life, and that I have gone through a couple bike accidents. I had one bike accident in third grade. There again, they gave me a 20% chance of living because of a thing called Shepard syndrome, and I was not even 11 or 12 years old and having the scare that I might not come off that operating table. And then later on, I had surgeries and multiple knee surgeries. And I mean, I've had a lot of dealings with surgeries. So, I mean, even with the help scheme, I let my anxiety and myself just let God hear my prayers and just fight and lean on Him. It got where I am. I mean, that's solely where I get my power from. I mean, it's not because I have the passion. Yeah, the passion helps you through the work, but truly it's just being believing. And I don't know the believers believe, but this is mine as a person. And I mean, I really just turn it over to God and let him take it. And he's really taken me where I am today. I mean, that's the true value of it.
Wow, that's powerful. I mean, there are people who can't get through 2 surgeries. So for you to get through 23 and have this love of life, I mean, God, you smile all the time. You're smiling today. This love of life that you have is just, it's amazing. It's amazing. It's much needed. I won't go into the negative side of what's going on today. I will go into the positive side and say that, you know what? We now have a platform to grow from. And with the opportunity to grow, some people don't know how to grow or where to go or what to hold on to, or, a positive story, just anything. And so I just look at your story and your triumph and your victory. I mean, your fortitude just to move forward as one of those rocks that people can build off of, like a platform that people can build off and say, hey, look, you know what, if this happened with Christian, there is hope. And hope can do a lot.
Yeah.
If you have hope, if you have faith, if you believe.
Oh yeah, I'll say that. And the funny part about all of this is I'm 24.
23 surgeries and you're 24 years old. Nothing but.
Correct.
Yeah. Amazing. Amazing. So Christian, just one last question. Did you play any sports when you were in school?
I started with soccer. I played soccer through middle, plus basketball through middle school. And then I basically became the manager of a bunch of teams. Mm-hmm. So baseball, basketball teams, manager of soccer teams. And I mean, I did a lot with sports. I mean, I played all through recreation through high school.
So did the injuries impact your ability to play sports? Do you think you would have played more if you didn't have the injuries?
No, I just didn't think that was where my passion lied. I mean, I've got through sports at age. A year later, I was playing basketball. I mean, I went right back to it. But I mean, I love basketball and I love playing sports when I have time, when I have time just to go get my mind clear before working or de-stressing off the day. I mean, it didn't, but a lot of basketball players and football players that are in college and even going up to professional level. I mean, I get it, but it's just my passion wasn't there. My passion lied in agriculture and in farming and in horse.
Well, I tell you what, Christian, when COVID's over, I'm going to play you a game of horse and basketball. Are you up for the challenge?
I'm up for this.
Okay, so I'm going to tell you, I'm not that good. So if you want to give me a handicap along the way, I will go for it 100%. But I would love to, since you're right around the corner, play you a game of horse and let's see what I have in my I don't know, in my toolbox or whatever, as far as how well I can play. Like I try to challenge my kids when I teach. If I'm losing, I kind of say, oh, my knee hurts, so I don't know if I can play. But I look forward to playing with you. I look forward to meeting you in person. And like I said, I just love the fact that you have so much positive energy, a big smile. And it was a great conversation that we had today online through I can't think right now, Clubhouse, and great conversation what we're having now. So Christian, I want to thank you once again for speaking with me today.
Yep.
I will take your information and I will make sure that it's it's in the text so that people can like your Facebook page and they can learn more about what you're doing with the horse shows and your horse availability. Is that good? That's good?
Yep.
Okay, cool. Because the sound keeps going in and out. But once again, I want to thank you for everything. And I will, of course, send you a copy of the recording and we'll just talk afterwards. All right?
No worries.
All right.
Thanks so much.
Thanks, Chris. Okay, let me see how I